When you finally decide to upgrade your home gym, the first thing you see is a wall of cheap, budget-strength rigs that promise a full-body workout for the price of a coffee maker. The regret sets in the moment you try to rack a 45-pound plate on a flimsy arm and the whole thing wobbles, or when the Bluetooth-connected app crashes mid-set and you're left guessing how many reps you actually did. It's a classic buyer's nightmare, spending a little, getting a lot less, and then wondering if you should have just stuck with the dumbbells you already own. That's why I wanted to see if the Echelon Strength Pro feels like a smarter buy, not just a flashier version of those low-cost rigs. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent a couple of weeks researching wall-mounted strength trainers, reading through forums where people compare the DIY setups versus the factory-assembled options, and watching a handful of long-form YouTube deep dives that actually break down the day-to-day experience. What I found is that most people who buy a wall-mounted system are looking for three things: a compact footprint, reliable resistance that can scale with their strength gains, and some kind of guided programming so they don't have to reinvent the wheel every workout. The Echelon Strength Pro checks those boxes on paper, but the real question is whether those promises survive the grind of daily use. First off, the setup. The unit is a full-size wall-mounted trainer that comes with a 24-inch HD touchscreen, which looks more like a small TV than a gym console. The mounting hardware is fairly robust: heavy-duty steel brackets, a set of toggle bolts for drywall, and an optional wood stud kit if you want the extra peace of mind. Installation takes about an hour for someone comfortable with a drill, and the instructions are clear enough that a inexperienced person can follow along without a professional. That's a big plus compared to many competitors that ship the frame unassembled and force you to spend a weekend figuring out how to anchor it securely. Once it's up, the daily usability is where the Strength Pro starts to show its character. The touchscreen is responsive enough for selecting workouts, adjusting resistance, and streaming video without noticeable lag, which is a relief if you've ever tried a smart gym piece that freezes mid-routine. The digital resistance system replaces traditional weight plates. You set the load for each arm independently, up to 132 pounds per side, via a simple slider on the screen. In practice, this means you can do a single arm press with 80 pounds while the other arm rests, something you'd have to rig with uneven plates on a conventional rack. For someone who likes unilateral work or who is rehabbing an injury, that flexibility is a genuine strength. The guided workouts are another core selling point. Echelon's subscription-based library offers a mix of strength circuits, HIIT-style sessions, and sport-specific programs, all led by certified trainers who talk you through each set. The app tracks your volume, suggests weight adjustments, and even logs your progress across weeks. If you're the type who thrives on structure, this replaces the need to buy a separate training app or spend hours designing routines. On the flip side, the subscription costs about $15 a month after the first trial, so you're paying extra beyond the hardware. If you already have a solid routine or you prefer free YouTube videos, you might find the ongoing fee an unnecessary add-on. Now, let's talk about who will actually get value out of this machine. If you're a serious strength enthusiast who lives in an apartment or a house where floor space is at a premium, the wall-mounted design frees up a lot of room. You can fold the arms back against the wall when you're done, and the whole system occupies roughly the footprint of a large bookshelf. That's a huge win over a freestanding power rack or a set of dumbbells that take up valuable floor area. It also suits people who want to track their numbers digitally without manually logging spreadsheets. Everything is automatically stored in the Echelon app, which can be exported if you're a data-driven lifter. Conversely, if you're someone who prefers the tactile feel of iron plates, or you enjoy loading a barbell with a variety of weight increments, the digital resistance might feel limiting. The max 132 pounds per arm is solid for most intermediate users, but it caps out for advanced lifters who routinely bench 250 pounds or squat well beyond that. Also, the system is single-purpose. It's great for pressing, rowing, and some lower body work using the integrated foot platform, but you can't swap in a barbell or attach a squat rack. If you're looking for a universal strength hub that can handle Olympic lifts, you'll be better off with a traditional power rack and a set of plates. practical strengths become evident when you test the machine for a few weeks. The resistance changes are smooth and silent, thanks to the electromagnetic system, no clanking or rattling like a plate-loaded setup. That quiet operation is a blessing if you share walls.